Aloha kākou, wau ohana lei kahu o kahalepule o pu'uhonua o iau. Just returned last night after a week-long stay in DC. Went up a few days before the Supreme Court hearing. My reasonings for being there was so that I can walk the place, walk to all of the different points. And as you guys probably know, Washington DC was already laid out in Masonic fashion as far as topography is concerned. So I went up there and did what I needed to do as a kahuna pule, and then showed up at the Supreme Court hearing. It was quite a hearing. What I mean by that is that it was very interesting to watch the state and OHA pretty much get rebuked by the Supreme Court judges and basically pants them before the nations of the world. As you guys know, our tribal brothers across the states, they're watching this case very closely, and things are just heating up throughout the island. There's a great agitation, no doubt, in the spirit and manifesting, of course, in the natural amongst our people. So we're living in exciting times, and this is the days of the fulfillment of prophecy. And not much more I can say about that, except somebody once said a picture is worth 1,000 words. People often ask me what is my stand concerning all of this ceded land stuff, and I think this speaks volumes. We have never been a part of the United States. There has been no treaty whatsoever. So it's impossible for us to be a part of this union that is called the United States. And the reality of the matter is that I don't fly our flag upside down because we're not in distress. However, the 49 of the rest of the states that have given their consent to be part of the union, of course we haven't. They're the one that's going to be in distress because of the hour we're living in. So I suppose the grace of heaven is sufficient for all nations. And before any judgment can fall upon any nation, there's always that grace period time. And in the words of our Queen, when everything is laid out on the table, I trust you, America, are going to restore me when all the evidence is placed on the table. You know, there's an interesting story, mo'olelo, in the Bible. And I share this because this is something that has become a revelation to me just, in fact, yesterday evening. There's a mo'olelo that speaks about Adam and Eve who had a son, two sons, Cain and Abel. And it's recorded that Cain and Abel brought a gift to Akua. Akua favored Abel's gift, but not Cain's. Cain got all habut about the whole matter. So Akua looked down to him and says, you know, I would accept your gift if you only do that which is right. He went away. Cain went away, and on a specific day something happened. Cain saw an opportunity to slay his brother, to kill his brother, because he was jealous that God favored Abel over Cain. He ends up killing his brother. One day in the cool of the day, as the Akua did, come walking with men in the cool of the day, he come look and he says, Cain, what have you done? Where's your brother? I hear his blood crying out from the ground. And these words that have been spoken is really prophetic words pending. The 49 states I made mention of, I have been one to go amongst the believing body and give them a word from heaven, so much so that it has become an agitation to them, even throughout the islands. But as I say, every time, and I believe this is true in history with the nations of the world, the kingdoms that have risen and fallen, there's always times that judgment is about to befall a nation, and an opportunity exists for the altars to be purified, and those who are of faith, whatever faith that might be, they're called to the carpet to take a stand for that which is right, that which is just. The unfortunate track record is that many times those who speak faith do all the things, the religious things, when it comes to the Kairos hour, the appointed time. It's like when Mama being hapai. You go through all the processes of 9 months, but then come that appointed time when you're not only hapai, but it's time to bring forth. And the pains of that begins to be an agitation to her. But it's only because something is about to be birthed. A switching is about to take place. This is the hour of that switching. My place in the matter is to extend that grace of heaven to the 49 to take a stand. Because like the story is spoken with Cain and Abel, when God came and he says, what have you done? May that day never come to the believing body, where after all the evidence has been placed down for all to see, for all time and eternity, as such as it was with the Supreme Court, when the evidence and the unfortunate event of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs agreeing with the state that yes, they do have clear title. That's not pono, because that's not the true history of Hawaii. And hence the feelings of our own people against the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, who takes the side of the state, the usurper, those that have occupied our aina, and hence causing all of the turmoil amongst our people and the uprising. But this is the hour. I will continue to be that voice and keep extending the grace to all the 49 in the hopes that they will take a stand before the time will come where they're going to really betray us. And then the Creator is going to come and going to ask the question, what have you done? You brought us blood crying out from the ground. May that day never be. So, without putting out too much words, I believe the statement of 1 star missing says it all. We have never been a part of the United States of America. But America, including our nation, has been set up for this time. Hawaii is America's potential for a jubilee. Not that it means it's going to avert the judgment of God upon a nation. But who knows? Those things are too great for me. But we watch things unfold. We continue to watch the movie. And I will continue to hold all nations before the Creator. Mahalo.
Oh, mahalo. Thank you so much. Is there any way they can get in touch with you if they'd like to learn more of your mamaho?
My email address is kahuhanalei@juno.com. Feel free to call me, email me, or Skype me as well. That's KAHUHANALEI@juno.com, JUNO.com. Mahalo.
Mahalo.